Hello and welcome to your essential export control briefing, training, awareness raising session where we will be discussing the fundamental essential elements of export controls. Welcome, let's get started. Moved to the very top here so that you can see the slides I'm about to share. So, as I've said, export compliance, what is it? Why does it matter? Now, if you have not heard of export compliance or export controls, and this is the first time you are exploring the topic, or you're just interested in getting a high-level view, not too detailed, just tell me why it matters. This is the course for you. In this course, we're not looking to deep dive. We're not looking to understand every granular detail. We just want to know, why does it matter? And what shall I do now? So let's go. So here I have specified what we will cover in this course. And as I've said, and as I want to stress again, this is an introductory course. It will provide you with a high-level understanding of the key concept of export controls and therefore export compliance. And we're going to look at developing your awareness of what exports actually are and why certain exports are controlled. In this course, this introductory course, we'll try to get to grips with the principal elements of export control systems, broadly speaking, essentially around the world. We'll also be raising your awareness of why export compliance matters for a jurisdiction, a country, but also then logically for the companies within that country. We will look at grasping the 4 elements of export controls, and we'll be taking a first look at the best practices that companies can undertake in order to improve their export control position and compliance. So this training is not country specific. It doesn't talk about the US, the EU, the UK, China export controls, Canadian export controls. It merely talks about the fundamental information that you need for export, for understanding what is the high-level position on export controls and compliance that is essentially similar, if not the same, for every jurisdiction you look at. And most importantly, we will do this in under 30 minutes. So now that you're aware what we're going to cover, let's dive further into it. Of course, we're going to start with the content. Now, this essentially is now a repeat of what I've just said. So here's what we're going to cover in the next 20 minutes. What is an export? What are export controls? What are the motives for export controls in a company? The problem of export controls? Why does export compliance matter for a country and a company? The system of export controls. We're going to ask the 3 critical questions that you need to know about export compliance. The 4 vital elements of export controls, we're going to look at each of them individually, and we're going to provide examples so that you get it. And we're going to look at the best practices to implement in your company, and we'll call that an internal compliance program. Although I'm aware there are different words for it, we shall call it an ICP. We'll look at what these elements are, and that will get you enough information to consider what to do next with export controls. And if you're ready then to dive deeper into the subjects, well, I am here and I'm ready to help you with subsequent trainings and provide more granular detail. But for now, let's go through this presentation. And there you have it, a quick overview, an introduction, a bird's eye view of export compliance. And again, export compliance is not optional. You must comply. And what we've done in this very short course hopefully succeeded in raising awareness of how complex this area gets, yet how logical it also is. And this can set you on a path of where you are considering your next steps. For example, what is the export control exposure of your company? Where are you shipping goods to? What products are you sending to whom? Have you got a good handle on all of these? How do you know that you are not doing business with undesired individuals, companies, or entities? Are you recording all this? So a lot of questions that we can look at again in the future. For now, I would like to thank you for your attention. And if you have any questions, make sure that you write me. Use the social medias, go on the website, find my details, and then just send me an email. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this has been useful. Bye now.